YouTube family, what's up everybody? This is Grown B from Combo Nation, and today I just want to talk about Sparking Zero. I want to just talk about like some of the fun that I've been having, and how I've really been taking my fun into kind of my own hands again. This is something that I mentioned in a video a while back, right when Sparking Zero first came out, and I was really pushing just as much content as I could. I've just gotten so busy with just other things, other monetized accounts over on different platforms, and so I'm a little disappointed that I didn't get to make as much content for Sparking Zero as I wanted, but then again, this is probably the best time to do so, considering it's going to be a pretty big DLC dropping pretty soon. And so this is just kind of my opportunity to kind of right, I guess, the wrong of not really posting as much as I wanted to. But one of the things that I just wanted to talk about is how I've just been utilizing my opportunity with Sparking Zero just to have fun. For example, going into player match and using Bobbity. There are two characters, and I'd like to hear you guys' thoughts. Like, what is a character that you guys would love to be able to use more often in PvP and online play if things were just a little bit more favorable for that character, right? I know if I go into a match with Bobbity, I'm at a little bit of a disadvantage, especially with the Ultra Instincts of the world and the Super Saiyan 4 Gogetas and whatnot. And I'm not hating on anybody for playing, you know, the characters that they want to play, but two characters that I really would like to show up with in like player match or maybe some lobbies or whatnot is Bobbity and Evil Boo, the gray one. I don't know what it is about those two characters, but they are the two characters that I specifically want to like jump online with and have people say, man, I have never fought a Bobbity like that, or I've never fought an Evil Boo like that. And so those are just kind of my things, and I wanted to see what you guys thought. What are some characters that you guys sit there and think, man, this would be a fun character to get good with, you know, if there were no stakes, if you're not worried about ranked, if you're not worried about your win-loss record, and you just kind of maybe getting the respect of the people around you, what character would that be? So for me, it's Bobbity and Evil Boo. Let's see, is there anybody else? Bobbity, Evil Boo, Janemba to an extent, but I think Janemba's a pretty good character that other people, you know, enjoy being able to use. Other than that, can't really think of anybody, but mainly those three. I also want to just kind of talk about how much fun I've been having. Like, don't get me wrong, I've had my moments of just kind of spazzing out and raging over the game and whatnot, and I think that's just consistent with just any gaming experience. But I've also climbed all the way up to, well, I won't even necessarily say all the way up. There's so many characters in the game. There's a pretty good chance if you're not using a super popular character, you're going to be amongst the top. But I think I'm top 15 in GT Goku. So, and honestly, realistically, if you take all of the statistics and stuff that you can consider, you could probably make a case that I'm maybe somewhere in the top 5, because I have the second most wins out of anybody with GT Goku, and then I have a kind of pretty much an average win-loss ratio at around 47%. So you could argue I'm somewhere in the top 3 with GT Goku, and I've gotten all the way up to A5. And I think it's fun to get into player match and go up against some, you know, people of different ranks and just see, right, how you really match up with those particular people. And so I've actually made some friends. I've had some moments where I've had some of those moments that we all talked about would be really fun and exciting. I think right now I'm running into a lot of for the culture people. And I dreamed that this would happen, that when a lot of the people that were just on Sparking Zero to make YouTube videos, or on Sparking Zero trying to ride the hype train and didn't really know what they were trying to play and didn't really know like what Sparking Zero and its culture from all those years ago, what it was all about. Right? And so a lot of those people are gone. They've moved on to other games. They've moved on to whatever's popular now so they can get their views and they can get their engagement and whatnot. And so right now I feel like most people who are on Sparking Zero really want to play Sparking Zero and really want to have that experience that a lot of people were saying this game was all about. And so I'm running into people online, and I've made so many more friends, messaging people saying that was an amazing match. Stuff like this, where I'm obviously GT Goku, this is Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, and it's just, you know, we're going at it. I'm getting my skill points ready because, you know, even though I don't even use Super Saiyan 4 very much, I usually like to go base GT Goku, and then at some point I transform into Super Saiyan, and I usually try to win the back end of the match with Super Saiyan. But why would I pass up an opportunity to go Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Super Saiyan 4 Goku in a match? Why would I pass up that opportunity? So I go Super Saiyan 4 and we go at it. And it started to become this mutual understanding that, like, yeah, we're trying to win, but if it's close in the end, guess what? We're beam clashing. And I think that is something that it's a lost art in a sense. Just mutual understanding and love for the game. It's like we just got it. Like right here, we just got it. And I love that for me. I love that for whoever this guy was. I don't think we ended up adding each other, but it's like, to be in sync like that is just the epitome of culture building when it comes to the game. This is what I had always imagined when this game returned. And I've had many matches like this where I was just compelled to send whoever it was a message at the end and say that was just an amazing match, so much fun. Fun is, and this is what I mean. A while ago I made a video and I was talking about how you have to be able to facilitate your own fun. Right? It's not always the game's fault that you're not having a good time. It's not always the developer's fault that you're not having a good time. And so this is one of those moments. It's just, he even knows it too. Like, he knows, all right, we're fighting, but really we're trying to get my skill points up. Right? Now, unfortunately more so, I have to take like a lot of damage to get my skill points to go up faster, but there's this mutual understanding of, all right, I'm gonna hit you a little bit and you're gonna kind of wait around a little, but the fight really starts when you go ahead and transform into Super Saiyan 4, right? And so that, to me, is just, that is what I mean by facilitating your own fun, right? Because sure, I think this might have been a ranked match. I can't remember, but he could have very well just said, you know what? Hey, I just want to win. I just want to rank up, or I just want to, you know, get another notch under my belt. Who gives a crap? This dude's starting off base GT Goku. If I get a couple of combos off, you know, chances are I can win this match pretty quickly. If I can, you know, catch him off guard a couple of times, get a few combo strength going. But it's like, no, would that be the most fun? And we had both had a mutual understanding that, like, nah, let's get the most out of it. And I think that is something that people were trying to explain to a lot of newer players in Sparking Zero. A lot of people who were just obsessed, overly obsessed with just grind, ranked, and YouTube meta culture, right? They were trying to explain what this is. And it's not to, you know, discredit the fact that there were a lot of improvements. A lot of the things that people were speaking on about the game early were things that needed to happen for the game to be successful. But what I'm just saying is this right now is the most time that I've spent on Sparking Zero, and I've enjoyed it. So here we are at the end of the video. If you like the video, like it. If you think someone else might like it, share it. And if you want to see more, I really hope that you would subscribe.
Got him! Yes!